Alright guys, and welcome back to another video. I just recorded this whole thing and it didn't save, so we're doing it again, but this time it's going to be perfect for you. All you need is a ball for today's routine, and you're going to find yourself lying on your back. And we're going to get ourselves set up for some supine abs. I want your feet to be pressed into the ground. Your hands can just be nice and walk by your side, and we're going to take a few breaths into our nose, out through our mouth. Good. As you release that breath, I really want to hear you breathing. So let's try that again. In through our nose, filling upward. Lungs. Out through our mouth. Good. Let's do that one more time. In through our nose. And out through our mouth. Great job. So as we get started with our core series, now I want you to tuck that tailbone under, and you're going to think about pressing that spine nice and flat into the ground. We are going to take this ball and put it into our left hand and extend our arm nice and long. I will show you that move before we get started. This left leg is going to be up in tabletop. We are going to bring that ball up over our right knee, and then we're going to extend everything nice and long. And then again, it's going to come back up through tabletop, extending long. So let's get our body nice and set. Again, just keeping that tailbone tucked and ready to go. And we will get started in 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're exhaling, coming up through center, bring that ball over at 5. And then inhaling, lower everything back down, really staying controlled through that lower core, pressing that spine down to the ground. Good work. That inhale is going to help us to lower and then prep us for that exhale to lift our shoulders up off the ground. You're giving me 2 more here, and then we're going to keep those legs nice and long that entire time, and we'll go into a jackknife. Give me 1 more. We meet at the bottom. Great work. Now all you're doing is keeping that leg long. We reach that ball up for ankles. We lower down nice and controlled. We reach up for ankles, lower everything down. Good job. You leave that left hand planting into the ground. That's going to act as a support barrier for you. Good. Rising up through our shoulders. Everything is starting through our core. You give me 2 more here, and we extend that right leg to get it involved. Last one. Good work. We're going to rise that left leg up, extend that right leg. We are now lifting our chest, and we are scissoring those legs, doing a figure 8 with that ball. So we're passing that ball behind our thighs, switching those legs, pressing that core into the ground. If you feel it start to poof up, just draw it back down. Pretend there is a zipper, keeping everything nice and tight. You give me 5, in 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good work. We're going to add that ball into our knees. I want you to have a little bit more room with that ball popping out because we are going to be passing that ball back and forth. We bring those knees and those legs up to tabletop. Our elbows are nice and wide, and we're just starting off with a crunch. Good, nice and strong. We lower back down. We lift up through our exhale, and we lower slow and controlled through our inhale. I want you to think about squeezing the ball so tight. That's going to keep our core nice and engaged. Good job. Yes, yes. You've got it. Good. You give me 3. If you feel that spine lift up, just reconnect with that body. In 2. Last one. You are coming all the way down. Good. I want you to bring those elbows nice and close. We're now bringing your knees to our elbows. We pass that ball. We bring them back together, and we pass that ball. Good job. So as we crunch up, you think about passing back and forth. You give me 3, and 2. If at any point you feel that back lift up, that is your stopping point. Last one, we meet at center, elbows are nice and close. We are pulsing up, good, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You grab that ball with your left hand, plant that left foot into the ground. We are now working with that right leg. Good, so everything is nice and long. We come up, back through tabletop, reaching that ball over our left knee. We extend it long. You crunch up, lifting those shoulders off the ground. We extend nice and long. You've got it, you guys. Good. How is that knee looking? Is it in tabletop position? Is it 90 degrees? Can you give me 3 more before we go to that straight leg jackknife? Into. Last one. Good. Everything is long. We keep it here. We go up. Reach for that ankle. You lower down, controlled. And we come up. That back stays planted into the ground. Good. If you're feeling it in your neck, you're just going to reposition, reset. Can you give me 3 to finish it off here? Into. I want 1 more nice and strong. Good, release all the way down to the ground. And then you're going to find yourself rolling over to your side for that side lying position. So we're going to keep our bottom leg nice and long with that toe pointed. Our arm is going to be extended out long. You're going to rest that head on top of your biceps, your triceps, and then that ball is going to go directly over our knee with our top leg bent and that heel's pressing into the ball with those toes pointed. So we're almost giving that ball a hug. My top arm is going to come out in front just to act as a little bit of support. And this entire time, I really want you to think about that hip bone driving into the ground to help you, and we're squeezing those glutes. My knee is up towards the ceiling. We're going to start by rotating it out in front. And then we bring it back up through center. So we're just rotating that knee. It's like a little knee sweep or a windshield wiper. That core is tight. We're pulling it back towards the wall behind you. If it was connected to a string or a pole, it is getting pulled back. Good job. That knee is working nice and strong. This is helping our hips. It's helping our glutes. I want you to go as slow as you need. There is no rush. Good work. You're going to give me 3 more, and we're going to lift that bottom leg up nice and high as you can, which is going to be a few inches. And how you will do this is you're going to think about squeezing those glutes together. You give me 1 more. We meet at the top with that knee pointed towards the ceiling. Great job. We hold it here. We now lift up, squeeze those glutes. It's going about up 1 to 3 inches and then back down. If you can only get it up a little bit, that is okay. All of our range of motion is going to be different. Squeeze those glutes, drive that hip into the ground, and it will help you lift up. You're giving me 4 more here. Back core so tight, shoulders are open. In 3, we have 2. And last one. Good. We're now rolling that ball out towards our ankle. We come back up, pull it in. Good. You roll that ball out nice and long and drive it back in. Again, that entire time we point those toes. That helps keep our legs engaged. Drive it, drive it. That knee should stay up towards that ceiling. If you feel it rotating forward, just reposition it. You are giving me 2 more. We keep those legs long, and we're going to a double leg lift and lower, again, driving that bottom hip into the ground. Last one all the way through. Hold that ball here. We are lifting up and lowering. Good. Push that hip into the ground. Squeeze that ball together with both legs. You've got it. Give me 4. 4 so tight. In 3, don't go backwards. We have 2. And 1, great job. Bring that ball up towards you. We're now going to go into our back extension. So this is going to help strengthen our back. We are starting with that ball in our left palm. It's going to be pressed out nice and in front. We're driving that hand into the ground. Our left arm is long as well. It is on the ground, and we are just going to be focusing on this arm lifting up. We think about pressing our feet into the ground. They can be a little bit wider than hip distance apart. As I lift up and exhale, I'm pressing those pubic bones into the ground. I lower, slow, and control. We are not slamming those arms down. I squeeze my glutes, I lift up through center, and then I come back down, bringing my right arm to the ground. Again, everything releases. We squeeze, we lift, and then we come back down and release that tension. Use that exhale to rise up. You give me 3 more. Into that ball rolls to the center. Last one. Great job. That ball comes to the center. We are bringing it in and we are coming up next and high. We are pressing into those pubic bones. We extend, we release those arms, you stretch out as far as you can. We pull everything in, we rise up, we extend, and we bring that ball out. It's only a difference of a few inches in and out, but that entire time you press that ball as strong as you can into the ground. You're going to give me 3 more here. Into, we are pulsing. How are those feet doing? Are you pressing them into the ground? Are you keeping that pubic bone glued to the mat? Last one, all the way down. We come up through center, and now we pulse. Pulse, good. It's in 1 inch, up and down, lifting up. Good, again, you should not be feeling it in that lower back. You are thinking about driving that pubic bone into the ground. 3, 2, and 1. Roll that ball over to the right side. We're now pressing that right hand into the ball. Our left arm is nice, long, and strong. Our body is set. We are ready to go. We lift up and we lower back down. Release everything. We tighten those glutes. We lift through our core. Good. And you lower. I want you using that breath. I want to hear it. Good. Think of everything as one solid unit as we squeeze those glutes. As we exhale, it helps us rise up. And then we lower and everything can release out. Once you give me 3 more here. Into your double butt extension. Last one, you finish strong. Lower back down. Great work. You're going to come up nice and slow. And we're rolling over to our other side. We're going to do the same thing you have standing and then you are done. So we get set back into the banana. That bottom leg has those pointed toes. My bottom arm is extended nice and long. I'm on top of my arm. And then I'm placing that ball right above my knee. My top foot is hugging that ball. My top hand is coming by my chest for support. We are starting here by driving into that ball and then we rotate that knee forward. We lift it back up through center. It is pointed up at the ceiling. We lower everything back down. I want you to think about that chest. If you feel your chest and shoulder rolling over to the ground at that same time, it means we are not keeping that movement just in our hip and our knee area. So we really want to focus on that and keeping our chest open. You are doing a great job. That leg should be shaking. It's already been worked. It's tired. You give me 3 more. You keep that core so tight. Into. Give me 1 more all the way through. And we are ready to lift that bottom leg. Good. Keeping that ball nice and tight. We lift that leg. We lower it down. How are those glutes? Are they engaged? I want them nice and tight. You're driving that bottom hip bone into the ground. Good, good. You should be able to stay stable right here because of keeping those movements nice and controlled. Good. Squeeze those glutes. Think about that hip. It's going to help you elevate up off that ground. You give me 3. Into, we roll that ball. Last one. Good. You now roll that ball out nice and long. We bring it back in over that knee. You roll it back out, slow and controlled, squeezing it, keeping it nice and tight. And then back in. I want you thinking about that knee driving up towards that ceiling. If you feel it rotate or shift forward, that just means we got to refocus our body and keep everything nice and controlled. You give me 2 more here, and then we're going to lift both legs at the same time with that ball right around our ankles. Last one. Get your body set, squeeze that ball, good, lift, and lower. Again, you are on that hip. I need 3 more from here, and you are done with this. We have 2. And 1. Finish that rep all the way down. Good. Bring that ball in towards your chest. You're going to shake it out right here. Bring those arms by your side. Squeeze those legs. You can shake out those ankles. You can rock those hips side to side. And then when you are ready, you are going to roll forward and come up to meet that standing to finish off today's series. We're going to start with that ball on our right thigh with both hands pressing into that ball. Our left foot is going to be propped up, and we are going to be working this leg for this first part of the series. We roll that ball down towards our shin, and then we bring everything back up to our thigh. Great job. That core is tight. We roll everything back down, and then rise up. You are driving that right heel into the ground. That's really going to engage those glutes and your hamstrings. You are doing this 3 more times. And then we are keeping that ball nice and low on our shins. Good. 2 more times. Here we go. So in controlled, core so tight. 1 more, we meet at the bottom. You hold it here. Good. Really press those hands into that ball. We extend that left leg back. We bring it in through center. Good. All of that weight is on our left side. This is really keeping it all shifted to 1, making that right leg work. You give me 3 more here, and then we are lifting and lowering that leg. Last 1. Good. We lift and lower. You got it. Squeeze those glutes, drive that heel. I don't care about that height. Whatever works for your body. You got 3 more. In 2, we keep it lifted. We extend that ball out in front. Last 1. All the way up. You hold it here. Extend that ball. We are passing that ball. Ooh, I lost my balance. Passing that ball around our body. Great job. You have 3. In 2, we set that ball down on the ground. Last 1. Good. You plant that ball into the ground. We are now driving that knee in towards our chest. We extend everything nice and long. We drive everything in. If needed, you can put 1 hand down onto the mat and extend. Good. Really think about bringing that core and keeping those hips nice and centered. You've got 2 more. Last 1, we keep that leg nice and long, and we pulse it up. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You bring that foot, we rise back up nice and slow. We pass that ball over to our left side. We are doing the same thing to finish off. My right foot is just a little bit bent. We're getting ourselves ready. We roll that ball down. Rise up through center. Good. We roll our ball down. You are pressing your hands into that ball. That's going to help keep those triceps nice and activated and make sure that upper body is working as well. Roll it back down. We rise up. Good. How is that left heel doing? Are you putting all of your pressure into that left leg? We want it shaking by the end. Give me 2 more, and we meet at the bottom with those hands pressed into that ball on that shin. Last 1. Good. Press those hands in nice and strong. Extend that left leg, right leg, bring it back in. Right goes back and forth, back and forth. Good. You give me 3, and we lift and lower. In 2. Last 1. Meet me at the back. Good. Lift and lower right here. Again, just focus on something out in front or below you. That core is tight. You only have 3 more here, and that ball is coming to the ground. And 2. And 1. Good. Woo. Okay, you're passing that ball. I lied. You got to pass it. Whatever way you did last time, you're going to do the opposite direction this time. You've got 4. And 3. For 2. And 1. That ball is coming down to the ground. We are driving that knee into our chest. Good. So drive it into your chest. Extend it nice and long. We drive it in. You are killing it. Way to go. and long. That left leg should be on fire. You've got 3. And we pulse. In 2. Last one. Are you ready? Keep that leg long. We pulse it up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. When you are ready, you meet me down on the ground. We're going to stretch it out, crossing that leg up on top. Switching over to the other side. Good, those legs are nice and long. We're gonna roll that ball out towards your toes. Pull everything back in. Come forward for our final breath together. And you guys are all finished. Great job today. I hope you enjoyed this fall workout. If you had a little bit of instability or you were a little unstable when we did that section, that was okay. There was moments where I was a little unstable, and that just comes with continuing to practice and then really just focusing in on a spot. But this is what Pilates is all about, just going slow, controlled, and continuing to build over time. So I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you want me to continue. I just have a few more of this series, but if you want more, I can always make more. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.